technically 4 days, so it's time to finally finish the tow rig and the trailer. Today we're building the ultimate budget tow rig setup. So for the Sequoia, well, here's the thing. We got a lot of things for the Sequoia and a lot of things for the trailer, but we don't have time to do everything. So we're gonna do it in list of order of importance. Starting with helper bags for the rear suspension on the Sequoia. I don't wanna look like a leaned out truck boy while I'm towing my car to the track. Nuh-uh. We got a fancy brake controller because honestly, the brakes on this thing are pretty good, but might as well install this and we'll get to the trailer when we get there, but that's one of the things. Well, first things first, let's put these in the rear. So pretty much all we gotta do is just drop the axle so we can get the coil springs out, put the bags in, drill some holes, run some lines, we're all done. So panhard bar, shocks, brake lines, they all gotta come out. These springs are flipped over, so this is the bottom of the spring. Airbag goes in. Once the suspension compresses, then it squeezes the bag between the bump stop. You inflate it, and then it separates it a little bit. So now all we have to do is put this back together. The spring perches have a little hole in them that you can run the air line through. Now we got our trailer plug and then our valve for the airbags right next to each other. It's just like a normal tire stem, so that's cool. We're gonna test them now. See, at this moment, 6 1/4 inches of wheel gap. Let's try for now 15. But yeah, now it's at 6 3/4, so that's half an inch right there. The maximum inflation pressure is 35 PSI, so let's try 30. Yeah, 7 1/8 now. 30 PSI. 7 1/4. So at the maximum pressure, it raises it by 1 inch. But either way, they're working, so that's cool. Trailer brakes next. I used to think it was super hard to install one of these, but it's really easy actually. It's 4 wires. The black wire, which is 12 volt positive. Why do companies do that? We've got the red wire, which is the input from your brake pedal. We got the white wire, which is ground. Okay, that's reasonable. And then the blue wire goes to your trailer. That's it. Maybe we can do some e-brake skids with the trailer once this is installed. Because this is a lever and it will actuate the trailer brakes. So you just go
oh geez.
It's like an electric hydro, right?
Sort of.
oil change is done. So now let's go ahead, test the trailer brake, and if that works, let's bring the trailer on in here, start some trailer mods. I lost the key to the trailer. It's okay, we got new locks. The controller has detected that the trailer is connected, and when you push the brakes, it applies the brakes. And you also have that, which you can actuate yourself. So let's see how it feels. We're gonna take it to the car wash because it's got mold and stuff building up on it. Same thing with the Sequoia. I'm gonna coast down this hill and then just press the trailer brakes and see what happens. And trailer brakes. Oh yeah. You can feel it. Yeah, you can definitely feel it. Let's go! I really didn't realize how terrible this trailer was until we started washing it. There was so much mold and dirt built up on it. Ugh. You can tell it's becoming winter because you'll be able to hear the heater in the background running. Gotta love it, but you know, 30 degrees, no snow. I'll take that over negative 30 degrees and lots of snow. First trailer upgrade, we're switching from this wheel at the front to this wheel at the front. The amazing thing about an aluminum trailer, it's really easy to push around. Even one person can push it all over the place. But we've got a gravel parking lot out here, and a lot of times at events, you know, the parking lot's not very good. And so this little plastic crappy wheel would get caught and it would make it really hard to roll. So we got a nice rubber wheel with an actual tire. All we gotta do is make a little adapter to get it to bolt to the trailer, and then we're on to the next thing. So this right here is a new product from Evolution Power Tools that they sent me. This is a miter chop saw, which means it's a chop saw to cut metal, but it can do fancy things like, it can go forward and backwards. It's got a way better clamping system than the last chop saw that they sent me. Specifically made pipe adapters to clamp pipes. It's incredible. So, huge thank you to Evolution Power Tools for sending me this. Turns out I actually have a discount code for Evolution Power Tools that I forgot about. So on screen I'll have the discount code and a link. If you guys need any power tools, chop saws, mag drills, lots of other awesome fancy stuff, check them out down below. They make sweet products. But for now, we're gonna cut some angle iron. See how good this saw really is. So this is where the side toolbox is gonna go. It does stick out a little bit past the wheels, but not much. I don't think it's gonna cause any issues. It opens here nicely. So now we just gotta make the mount. I did originally wanna make all the mounts aluminum and weld them to the trailer, but we ran out of time. I didn't get aluminum, so we're making them out of steel and we're bolting them to the trailer. Not as ideal for sure, yet again. Oh well, budget setup, guys, budget. Toolbox mount all finished up, sanded, cleaned, ready to paint. Now it's cold outside, right? Here's a little tip. Preheat your item just a little bit, get it nice and warm so the paint dries nicely. Once we put a layer of paint, we'll bring it in and put it in front of the heater too.
Shit, he's sitting on it, dude. It means it works.
Yeah, means it can hold at least 300 pounds. I'm really dense. So we got the 2 toolboxes mounted, you know, one on the side. These toolboxes are awesome. I got them off Amazon, not sponsored or anything, but they were cheap and they're pretty good quality. They've got gas struts, they've got locks. I think they were like $100 a piece. Maybe I'll link them down below, but I'll probably forget, so let's be honest, it's not gonna be down there. Just search toolbox, trailer toolbox, enter. Anyway, now, we can move on to the more fun stuff. So the next step is to go ahead and put in the electrical system, which consists of a nice light lithium-ion battery. This thing is 20 amp hours, well, 18 actually, 12 volts. We got a charger, a 12-volt charger for the Milwaukee batteries. We've got a little 400-watt power inverter to run, you know, phone chargers, camera chargers, just the basic stuff, you know, nothing serious. And then we've got a little 30-watt solar panel to keep it all charged. Kind of like a budget version of what we have in the Delica. It's like 250 bucks, 300 bucks for all of this. Not terrible. We got our battery mounted in our battery box. Nice and snug. And then this battery box goes in the front toolbox. Double waterproof. The reason why we put it into a battery box inside the toolbox is because if we have anything metal in here, we just shove the metal stuff in there, we don't want it shorting out the battery, you know, connecting the positive to the negative. So this isolates the battery, which is awesome. Look at that, perfect. The thing's got a voltage gauge on it. This thing's got a voltage gauge on it. So we have all the major stuff wired in, the battery charger, the inverter, and the solar panels. See, make sure the inverter's working. Hey, yo, look at that. Look, it's not really drawing a whole lot from the battery. It's still at 13.2 volts there. And then say, you know, shoot, Milwaukee battery died. Plug her in. Hey yo, and it starts charging. And that drops the voltage. So that definitely takes more power than running the camera charger, but that makes sense. So all the electrical stuff's gonna be in there. All the tools and such are gonna go in here. We got a little Pittsburgh toolbox, but this will just stay in here forever, so we always have tools ready to go to the track. Fits perfectly. We'll have all of our Milwaukee tools over here, some other miscellaneous tools. So now the entire electrical system is a nice sealed system. We can put other stuff in the toolbox without worrying about shorting anything out. And when we want to winch something in, the plug's out here. It does have a cover. Take the cover off, plug her in, and then
she's good to go.
Yep. We'll test in a bit, see how strong that winch actually is, whether or not it can actually pull a vehicle onto the trailer. I know the winch can do it, I just don't know if the battery can do it. And I'll probably get a little Velcro strap for this and be able to just kind of put it in there. But I think it's pretty awesome. And then the battery, oh, it's so good. It's so good. For the amount of money we spent on that, we had more stuff we wanted to do to the trailer, lights, and pretty much just lights, and then some mounts for batteries in here. But we're leaving to the drift event in 20 minutes, so we don't have time to do all that. As you can tell, we're all loaded up. This toolbox, goated. I'm already loving the fact that we have this, plus this other one. And this one's empty right now, but we'll put all the straps and stuff in here. Also, the drift event is pretty far, so we managed to fit the Sequoia tire onto the trailer, spare tire round. Anyway, let's load up the truck, see how the Sequoia handles all the weight with the airbags, see how the trailer brakes feel. Excited. We could also test the winch, but I don't want to drain the battery right before we go camp with it. So
just in case.
Let's not use that.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh! Yikes, yikes, yikes. Oh my.
Time to pump some air into our airbags. You can't see it, but the Sequoia seems like it's pretty much perfectly level with the airbags and everything, so that's the win. Also, these lights function as little studio lights as well. But guys, we're going to the drift event. Super excited with how the trailer turned out. We'll see how she tows. I'll see you in the next video. If you want to watch it now, you can click up there, head over to Patreon, become a patron and get early access to videos and other stuff. But I'll see you later.